Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How are you? Welcome to May. I did in fact do the May 2025 Love Tarot Energy Update. I don't know what's going on with the cat. He's in freak out mode for some reason. So please go look for that. That's where I do the reading for you, your beloved, the connection. I break down week by week, and then I do an astrology overview. So it is time stamped, so you can kind of check back in on it as the month unfolds. So go check that out. I'm opening up with the Divine Feminine Oracle. We are in Taurus season. It is ruled by Venus, which is divine feminine energy. So let's see what message we can get for you. Joan of Arc, the Warrior of Light. How appropriate for Aries energy, even if you're here as a cross watcher. It's fabulous. Do keep in mind, it's a general reading, not a private reading, so take it as it resonates for you. And, you know, energies can come through reversed. So, again, if you're here as a cross watcher, keep that in mind. It says, I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Yes, Joan of Arc coming through for you. Oh my gosh, I love this. What a way to kick off a new series of readings. I found my little holder, so I dug that out. I'm still unpacking. I've been here 2 months, kind of lost the first month due to all my drama. But yeah, I am still kind of unpacking little bits at a time. So let me jump in. Gonna do a little bit of a different spread here. Let's see how it goes. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, welcome cross watchers and those of you who are new to the channel. Happy to have you join us. Okay, so this is your energy. Knight of Pentacles. What's crossing you is the Page of Swords. So for you, the Knight of Pentacles is about, you know, something that's moving a little bit more slowly and more methodically. And what's crossing you is you're maybe wondering why, right? Why are things moving slow? For your person, I'm going to just do one more shuffle. I'm doing a little hybrid. Their energy, Nine of Wands, they're trying to say, hang on, don't give up on me. I know, it's a struggle. I'm struggling. Nine of Wands is a perseverance card, right? Against all odds. You can even see this person looks like they're in terrible climate. They're trudging through the mud. They're sort of battered and, you know, bruised, and they trudge on. What's crossing them here is the Five of Swords. So you can even just tell here by the doom and gloom. Five of Swords is a card where we can feel very defeated. There can be sabotage afoot. It can be self-sabotage as well. But it feels to me like this person is maybe sort of right there close to their breaking point, and almost maybe feeling like it's hard to keep moving forward. But they haven't given up yet. So that's kind of interesting. That you're sort of like, things are moving so slowly. Knights make offers. Where's my offer? I'm curious what's happening here. The Spire Detective of the Tarot is the Page of Swords. I don't understand. And now you're seeing that this person is really struggling for whatever reason. All right. So now that we have that information, let's get a card for the connection. And I'm going to do clarifiers, but I'm just getting the overalls and giving you the storyline is what I'm doing here for the connection. 7 of Wands. Aha. So we may have themes around some defensiveness, some resistance. I'm going to get you a message from Spirit, a divine message. King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles talks about the stability, reliability, even a little predictability. You may be after like, yeah, I don't care what it looks like. Just fucking show up. Be reliable. Be predictable. I shouldn't be here wondering what's going on. And to me, it often is that, you know, person who you can depend upon. It is a masculine archetype of a life partner in 3D. So there's a message here. We will definitely get the clarifiers for that. And then our last card here is the opportunity. You know, where is there an opportunity here to kind of help things along? The moon. And so the moon sort of is, for lack of a better phrase, shining a light on where we might look for problems. Fear. Yeah. Insecurities being triggered. What we can't see that sort of makes us have some apprehensions, triggers our fears and our insecurities. The moon is also our emotions and can be a driver of our fears. It's also our intuition. So if we play to our intuition instead of to our fears, right, we can kind of straighten up a little bit, and this person can maybe feel a little less, come through with less defeatist attitudes and a little bit more, wait a minute, I'm not giving in. Are you freaking kidding me? This person is waiting for me to have that sort of backbone, that dependability. This person's counting on me. Do you see? If their intuition tells them that they're wanted, that they are, you know, being depended upon, there's, you know, think about, I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but you know how, like, it's a really weird, far out reference, but you know how, like, a mother with it can get superhuman strength and can lift a car if their child is stuck under a car, right? You've heard those stories, and they're real, they're legit. You know, and they're not big, huge, powerlifting women. There's just some kind of adrenaline and force of sheer will that overcomes fear and terror, and it all kind of works synergistically. And it's like, yeah, no, my baby isn't dying today. Not today, Satan, right? So that's where I'm saying where the fear gets overridden by the intuition, and the emotion becomes a driving force for good instead of for shrinking. So there's an opportunity here for this person to kind of overcome this sense of defeat, and perseveres toward being someone that can be depended on, and sort of straightens their back and becomes what the divine message is talking about. That I feel that you are sort of waiting on that offer, waiting for that to materialize, because you're like, where is it? Where is it? All right. So that's the storyline we're going with, we're starting with. If that doesn't speak to you, this may not be your reading. That's okay. Maybe next time. So let's jump in and see Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. There's the High Priestess, talking about some intuition. Queen of Swords. 7 of Cups. Yeah, you're a little confused. You're kind of trying to sort it out intuitively. But Maybe getting some mixed messages. Things are confusing. Queen of Swords kind of coming through, almost as if you're saying, look, I'm not, casting aspersions here. I'm just looking for the information. I'm just sort of trying to get the clarity. What's going on? I don't know. I don't get it. Because something's not being spoken. The High Priestess also doesn't speak, so it's like, is this a big secret? Is this a secret or something? And, where's the delivery? Where, it's almost like you're wondering if this person talked a big game, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles makes a tangible offer. It's, not flash the pan like sometimes the Knight of Wands is. The Knight of Pentacles, it's a substantial offer. It doesn't move lightning fast. It is a little bit more slow and deliberate and methodical, but it's legit. And so now it's like, I'm confused. I'm not sure that you're all that in a bag of chips. So that's sort of how it's presenting for you. And for this person, we now have the Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords. They're kind of like, well, this is really difficult. I'm really struggling here. I'm feeling very defeated about something. Ace of Swords, Death card, Devil. They're scared. They're scared. They're recognizing and seeing clearly. My gosh. I brush my hair before I start, and then all the little hairs start to fall. Don't get old. Your hair falls out. Yeah, I feel like they're seeing clearly that maybe like they know that you see through them a bit. Right? They kind of can't back it up. So they're pushing through, and this is not easy for this person. Change and growth and transformation, which is what a lot of May is going to be about, by the way. So if you watch that Love Tarot update, that's what the month of May is about. And this Devil did come through in the reading as well. And talked about, some shadow stuff and some fears. And yeah, I feel like as if this person is sort of maybe a little bit more rigid, a little bit more controlling. And so they're persevering, but they're kind of, I know the graphics are difficult here because they're all the same color. But that step on the rake and it kind of hits you in the face. They set themselves up by kind of maybe talking a bigger game than they could deliver. And so you're here wondering, like, am I getting mixed messages? Was I set up for something here? You just want the truth. And I feel like this person maybe talked a bigger game than they could deliver. Initially, it's not that they aren't interested or don't care about you. They may just not be ready for what it is they suggested they were ready for. So they see it now. They know they're in some form of trouble, because the Death card is about how they need to change, how they need to grow, and they got their heels dug in a bit. There's some stubbornness here. I'm not seeing it as manipulative. I'm seeing it as some egoic-based fear and resistance, because the Seven of Wands is resistance. So let's go there. It's not coming through as resistance because this is from the bottom of the deck. That's internal. That's in their unconscious awareness. But it is kind of controlling the way they present. Seven of Wands is the relationship. Two of Swords, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands. Well, Queen of Wands is Aries. I feel we're at a crossroads. That Hermit almost feels like I'm not seeing the Seven of Wands as much as resistance right now. I almost feel like this Queen of Wands, this Aries is your energy, or whoever is kind of like, what's going on? Whoever that is might not be an Aries person, but is coming through with Queen of Wands energy, which is associated with Aries, which is fine. And it feels like that Seven of Wands can also be assertiveness. And it's almost like, yeah, no. TikTok. Or I'm gone. Because the Hermit can be about a solitary journey. It is a personal growth card. It is about, introspection and self-discovery and all of that. But it's also about going off the grid. It does have that quality of being a little bit of a, I'm a little unapproachable when we have the Hermit appear, that person kind of comes through as being a little unapproachable. So I almost feel like there's this energy of make a decision, because I might not hang around, and then I'm going to be unapproachable. So I am getting a flavor here with that Seven of Wands as being assertive, kind of stepping into it, and yeah, almost like make your decision how this is going to go. And it is coming from an energy that feels assertive, that feels like I don't have time for this. Because the Hermit is Chronos, Father Time. There's an association there with that as well. So I'm seeing that Hermit as more about the going off the grid. Like, I'm going to be unapproachable. I don't have all the time. I'm on my own path. I'm on my own journey. Don't waste my time. Two of Swords. So even though that's talking about the connection, it feels strongly coming from whoever this is in your connection in the top. Like, what's going on? Just tell me the truth. I don't understand. And the divine message from, which feels very Aries-like to me. The King of Pentacles as the divine message. Six of Wands, yes. Five of Wands, absolutely. Two of Wands. So the divine message is coming through to this person, almost saying, get it together. And right, and letting you know, if you are identifying with this person up here who's saying TikTok, right, figure it out, that be prepared, because this person may kind of button up and fly right pretty quickly and come toward you to make peace over this tension and conflict, because they may be choosing that path. The Two of Wands is asking us, what do we want? What path are we going to choose? Or what path will likely get us what we want? And what are we going to set in motion so that we manifest it? And I feel as if the message is, you're waiting on this Knight of Pentacles, you may get the King of Pentacles coming in to sort of meet you right there and make peace and reconcile the differences and calm, diffuse the tensions and the conflict. And yeah, because they're choosing. You're asking them to choose Two of Swords. You're telling them make a decision, and they're making a decision about what they want. So that's the divine message. I feel it's a message to this person, but it's also letting you know that that is what is potentially taking place. So the opportunity is surrounding the moon energy. Five of Cups, Emperor, perfect, Three of Swords. What's this person afraid of? A broken heart. This is a divine masculine who's afraid of getting their heart broken. Well, hello, welcome to the club, aren't we all? And so the opportunity is for them to kind of release the past, you know, the mistakes of the past and past relationships, release the regrets of past relationships. You're not going that way, right? And the Emperor, it's like ascend into who you're meant to be, who you really are. And it won't be such a struggle. It won't take so much out of you. If you ascend, if you rise up, if you assume the role, you can definitely overcome. You know, it doesn't mean that all the scars fade immediately, but it means you don't live in fear because what happened in the past happened in the past. And you use that emotional energy to kind of support you and to feed your intuition about what's good and healthy in the relationship you have. The opportunities that are unfolding right before you that seem and that are proving themselves to be decidedly different from anything you've been invested in before, right? So the moon isn't just about our fears. That's evident. The moon is our emotions. The moon is our intuition. And we use them as a navigation tool. So that's exactly what we see here. Let that pain from the past help you navigate the future, but you don't stay mired in the past. You got to let that shit go. And the only way to do it is to take control of it, to take command of it. You don't let the shadow run the fucking show. Pardon my eloquent French. Right? That's what this person is beginning to see, the change they need to make. And they're struggling against the little inner demons that we all kind of have to fight. But the opportunity here is to kind of howl back at that moon and to let the past go and take the lessons from the heartache of the past and to override it. So really interesting reading for you there, Aries. I am going to go into the extended, and you know, we're looking for this Emperor. What I want to help you see for your own edification is how you will recognize this person when they're coming at you with a high vibration versus their low vibration. We're getting little hints here, but it'll be a little more information for you. Their hidden energy, something that they would prefer you not see, but I will show that. And what they do want you to know, what their message is to you. We will also get cards for their thoughts and feelings about you and their intentions toward you here so that you can kind of make your own decisions. So that's what we'll be doing in the extended. The links to that are below. Please remember there are options 1, 2, and 3. So you want to look at that. And when you click on a link, be sure to read what it is that you're signing on for. All right. And before I give you the astrology that showed up here, if you've enjoyed the reading and you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That, you know, helps keep me here on the platform, number one, but also gives me a chance to grow the channel and continue doing what I love the most in the world. So thanks for that in advance. We've got the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo, Page of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, High Priestess is the Moon, and the Moon rules Cancer. We have the Queen of Swords is Libra. For this person, we have the Death card is Scorpio. The Devil is associated with Capricorn. We have the Hermit is Virgo. Queen of Wands is Aries. King of Pentacles is Taurus. We're in Taurus season. We have the Moon is associated with the sign of Pisces. And our Emperor is Aries. Perfect. And you have Joan of Arc, the Warrior of Light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. And that's what this feels like, conviction. Got it? All right, let's head to the extended. I'll meet you there in a second. Bye for now.